An investor purchased a share of non-dividend paying stock for P dollars on Monday. So he bought it for P dollars. So let's have P on Monday for a certain number of days. So let's say the number of days is X. So we don't know the number of days. For that number of days, the value of the share increased by R% per day. So if it increased R% per day, that means we have 1 plus R100 X. After this period of constant increase, the value of the share decreased the next day by Q dollars. Decreased the next day by Q dollars. And the investor decided to sell the share at the end of the day for B dollars. So this equals, which was the value of the share at that time? How many working days after the investor bought the share was the share sold? So it increased for X number of days. It now decreased by Q dollars the next day. So we are looking for X plus 1. So it's all we're looking for. So we know that we are given that R equals 100 in brackets square root V plus Q over P minus 1. So let's rearrange this equation we are given in order to connect with the equation we generated here. So this would be 100 in brackets square root V plus Q over P minus 1. So let me scroll down. So this becomes X over 100 equals square root V plus Q over P minus 1. So 1 goes to the other side. This becomes R over 100 plus 1 equals V plus P, okay, V plus Q, V plus Q over P. So if you square both sides, you get let me wipe this off. This will become R over 100 plus 1 equals V over Q. So multiply both sides by P. We multiply both sides by P. So since we have V in this equation, what we are trying to do is make V the subject of formula and compare to the equation we generated. So this becomes P in brackets R over 100 plus 1 equals V plus Q. So make this subject of formula, we have P R over 100 plus 1 squared minus Q equals V. So now if you compare this to the equation we have, the equation we have says P in bracket 1 plus R over 100x minus Q equals V. So if you compare the two, you see that the value of X here, X will now be equals to 2. So X will now be equals to 2. So this is the number of days for which the share increased in value. Or they are asking for the number of days by which the value of the share became V. So since it dropped for about Q dollars the next day, so that means total number of days will be 2 plus 1, and our answer will be equals to 3. So go to the option and pick 3 working days later. So